He's so good though.
Yeah.
The way he explains things is enough detailed, but not overwhelming.
You really need to listen to it on double time, though.
Yeah.
Why?
There's just so much
Oh,
content,
1.5.
and he speaks
Yeah.
quite slowly.
He repeats a lot of stuff.
He
Doubles a bit.
repetitive, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
Double
got a
time.
good topic.
What's our topic today?
We're gonna probably the most common question we get is all the different types of protein. What are they? How are they different? And who are they for? And when should I use them? So
And specifically WPC versus WPI.
yeah. So you've got whey protein isolate, which is WPI. Whey protein concentrate, WPC. Then you've got things like
Plant proteins.
plant proteins,
Got hydrolyzed proteins.
hydrolyzed proteins. You've got
Collagen.
your
Yeah. Collagen.
Casein.
collagen, casein.
Interesting.
You've got skim milk powders, milk solids. There's lots of different forms of protein.
Milk protein concentrates. But yeah, most important question. What protein shakes do you guys use at the moment?
I'm a big plant protein guy.
You're a plant guy.
Yeah, cutting down on dairy, and lactose is the same thing. Dairy and lactose. But yeah, almost exclusively plant pro-y.
I'm a straight WPI guy because I just use supplements around training time. So I use WPI post workout.
I'll have WPI after basketball. That's
Yeah.
it. Just because after sport, I don't want all that milky shit in my stomach.
Yeah. But
What about you? What do
WPI
you use?
comes from milk, but we'll talk about that later.
Not the
I
format, but
Yeah, I
we'll
know what you
come
mean.
back to that.
I actually vary my protein all the time. Keep my enemies guessing. You know?
Do you vary it based on
Never let them know
what
your
you're
next
using
move.
it for, like post training or just as a snack or a smoothie or something? Or
Usually I like to keep about 2 tubs of protein running at the same time, just like
mix it up?
Yeah, to mix up, whatever I feel like. Plant protein some days, whey protein some days, WPI some days. But yeah, usually whey protein's top of the list.
Yeah.
And by whey protein, I mean 100% whey, which is a blend of WPC and WPI. What do these fancy terms mean?
What's the ratio? Is it 20 to 80 now in Musashi 100% whey?
That's proprietary.
It's a
No,
secret.
no,
It's a
it's not
secret ratio.
11 herbs and spices.
No, there's a mix of both, but I think like most people are using that as a pretty versatile product. So they can use it post training because it's got the WPI in it. They can use it as in their smoothies throughout the day. A bit of WPC. So yeah, but whey protein. Talk about quickly what whey is first, because we still get this question all the time. What is whey protein? Where does it come from?
Yeah, I guess we did an episode of how whey protein is made, but highlight reel. Milk has proteins in it, right? The 2 most abundant proteins in milk are casein and whey. Casein is actually more abundant in milk. It's about 4-to-1 casein and whey, right? And now whey protein, if you think of Little Miss Muffet sitting on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey,
That's what curds and whey. So is curds casein? Because I know when you make cheese, you separating curds and whey.
yeah. So there's a water soluble part and then there's a fat soluble part. Milk is the water soluble. Whey is the water soluble protein from milk, right? So that little whey fraction, that's called raw whey. Now that's not whey protein yet, but they can use that, which used to be the byproduct of the cheese industry, to make whey proteins.
Now cheese is a byproduct of the sports nutrition industry.
Pretty much.
Well, not yet. People love cheese.
So whey protein is derived from milk. It goes through a number of processes to turn it into the whey protein powder.
Exactly. So you get this raw whey, and then that gets filtered, gets concentrated, and there you get
Isolated.
you get whey protein concentrate, right? Which is about 80% protein by weight, right? So, and why do people love whey protein over other types of protein? Well, there's many ways to measure the quality of a protein, but generally the amino acid profile of whey is considered the best, and no protein source has been shown to be superior to whey for muscle recovery and repair.
Are you talking about the just the volume of amino acids in there, or more the ratio of essential and non-essential to each other?
The ratio. Well, the volume of amino acids is actually the grams of protein, right?
Okay.
So, taking a step back, think of amino acids like letters of the alphabet. Proteins are just, books made up of letters.
So if I have 20 grams of whey protein and 20 grams of plant protein, you would assume there'd be the equal amount of amino acids in
Yes.
that volume. So you're talking
The weight of amino acids will be the same, but the ratio of amino acids will be very different.
okay. So it's the ratio that brings the superiority.
Yes.
Cool.
And other factors like digestibility and these other things. So there's a measure called PDCAS, which is protein digestibility corrected amino acid score, which is initially they thought egg was the best type of protein, and that gave a ratio of a score of 1, but they had to rewrite the scales once whey protein was discovered, and that got a score higher than 1, and currently it has the highest.
Nice.
Whey protein is the best source of protein.
Yeah.
It is undisputed fact that is the case. So when you compare it to food, they class the highest quality source of protein is an egg. So that has the highest.
Higher than chicken,
Yep.
steak.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. So everyone should be using eggs as a protein source. It's
I like
the
egg.
ultimate.
Yeah. Eggs are,
Plus the vitamin and minerals and everything like that, the fat content, everything in an egg.
and that's not just the egg white, right? You got to have the yolk as well, because
Yeah.
that has important stuff in it too.
Team Musashi.
Anyway,
So yeah, when you're
Pro egg.
comparing proteins, like whey protein is superior by far. You look at and then you look at the different types of whey protein, and there's differences between them as well. So we got talking about whey protein concentrate.
we got to whey protein concentrate, but if you put this through another round of filtration, so there's a couple of ways to get from concentrate to isolate, but some use ion exchange whey, some use ultrafiltration, but basically they concentrate it further from 80% to 90%, and they get rid of some of the fats, some of the sugars, like lactose that you get in whey protein concentrate, and then you end up on whey protein isolate, which is really low lactose, really low fat, 90% protein.
How do you remove the lactose from a product that is derived from dairy? How does that work?
Well, ion exchange ion exchange filtration,
Yep.
right? Basically involves adding some chemicals to this, and in chemistry terms, it's relatively simple. You separate it out. You can separate things based on the molecular weight, right?
So at that point, is it more that you're taking something out, or you're just essentially just changing?
No, you're taking
chemistry
taking it out.
Okay, cool.
You're removing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people that have problems digesting lactose, like WPI is their protein of choice,
Yeah.
or a plant protein. But if you're looking superiority for sports or training, WPI is superior
For the
to
purpose
plant.
of consuming protein.
Yeah, for
WPI is
sports and recovery. Yeah.
But did you know there's even one level above WPI?
Whoa. WPA. WPB.
No,
WPD.
WPA plus.
WPE.
no.
What is it?
HWPI, hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, right? So basically, it's pre-digested whey, which is almost.
You make mama birding it.
No. Well, basically, they break it down one level further, almost into amino acids that get absorbed straight away. So.
But that's not necessarily a different type of protein. That's just the same type of protein that's been through another step in the process.
Different step.
It's the same source, but yes.
There's advantages like that they have over each other as well, right? So whey protein isolate and hydrolyzed whey protein, highly concentrated protein sources, easy to digest, low lactose. But you compare that to WPC, whey protein concentrate, it's actually got higher levels of immunoglobulins. So there's advantages of both.
Yeah.
So it's not to say you should stop using whey protein concentrate. Like that has its advantages over whey protein isolate as well.
It's worth using both.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like these lactalbumins in WPC, they have like real good immune benefits, right? So, for overall health, my recommendation, WPC, cost effective, good go-to.
Still does the job of sports recovery as well.
Yep. Although, some people can't handle this. They're a bit sensitive to lactose. WPI is probably a better option. WPI does absorb faster. The rate of absorption, some people pay really close attention to this, and that can have some pretty good benefits if you time it right. But if you think of order of importance, the quantity of protein is the most important. Quality of proteins next. then the timing of protein is kind of, the last thing you really need
The
to
top
focus
of the
on.
pyramid.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you look at whey protein isolate, we've just released a whey protein isolate. It's a little bit different to the ones we've had in the past. It's sort of in the form of a protein water.
Juicy.
Well, this is what we were alluding to before.
Yeah.
So that's why I prefer taking that specific WPI protein water after basketball. It's because it is
The
more of a watery format. It
And for
feels
sports recovery.
easier on the stomach
Yeah.
immediately after sport, and it saves room for a couple extra beers on a Sunday.
And look, this protein water trend is taken off big time recently. Last 6 to 12 months, a whole heap of brands have come out with protein waters.
Mostly collagen.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences. When you see protein water, look at the protein source because I would say most, if not all, I'd say
I could
98%
name
of them on the market at the moment
There's a few
are
out there that aren't, but yeah,
are collagen dominant formulas. And look, not bagging collagen. Collagen has its role to play with
I'm bagging collagen.
joints
Fuck
and,
collagen.
and
Well.
skin and whatnot. But collagen, when it comes to sports recovery,
yeah.
look, it's not as good as whey.
Yeah, so, as a protein source, we talked about amino acids. Collagen doesn't have the best amino acid score, right? It's not the best quality from that perspective, but, collagen does have these other peptides, like we talked lactalbumins and whey that are good for immunity. Collagen has these other peptides that might be good for your ligaments, tendons,
Well,
and
yeah.
making you look beautiful.
Yeah,
But if
collagen
you're
has a
into
lot of-
sports,
yeah.
gym, fitness, and you're using protein for sport recovery, muscle recovery, I'd choose a whey protein over a collagen every single day of the
I
week.
agree.
There's not even an argument there.
Well, most products on market use collagen, again, like you said, for like a ligament claim, or a lot of others almost in other categories are using it for skin.
Yeah, it's been promoted through several different industries for skin, hair, health, nail.
Can you give a quick high level rank of, you've already said it's HWPI, WPI, WPC, if maybe the top three. Would you put, and then a full amino acid plant protein below that, and then what else would you? I just want like a quick rank. including,
Well,
you were right with your
casein,
rank.
collagen,
Yeah.
soy.
Yeah, your ranking's good, but it depends what you're trying to achieve, right? It's not a one size fits all thing. Every different protein has different benefits. Like casein.
No, of course, but you quoted amino acid score. So
Yeah.
if you're going to rank it based on that,
Yeah.
But-
from highest to lowest,
Yep.
But you're talking about plant protein, but you actually mean our Musashi plant protein.
yeah, I am.
Which is a blend of plant protein sources.
So
that
if you're using a single source plant protein, it will score very, very
Yeah.
low.
So if
it
you're
doesn't have a
using
complete.
hemp, chia, brown rice.
Chimp.
or
I
pea.
thought that was a new
Chimp.
brand.
you
Chimp.
eat chimp protein.
Hey,
Chimp protein.
Yeah.
chimp protein.
We do not recommend eating chimps, but yeah. So basically, vegans, intelligent vegans know that they have to combine.
It's an intelligent vegan.
Not
Hey,
you.
vegans-
Not you.
Some vegans are smart, unlike you.
You're not vegan.
They know that they have to combine, plant sources so they get the full amino acid, profile within their diet. And same applies to protein shakes. We actually combine pea protein, chia seed protein, and brown rice protein in our Musashi plant protein, and that gives it a full amino acid score. Similar to whey, not quite exactly the same.
What's under that? As in, how would you
So
rank?
WPI, WPC. Then you've got your plants and your.
Well, then there's also soy,
Casein.
casein, and
Casein.
Yeah.
collagen.
Well, again, it depends. Like casein's a pretty good protein, but it digests really slowly. It can give some people digestive disturbances. But if you want to have a slow digesting protein to have overnight, then casein.
Good at
goes well.
night time. Mix up casein and then leave it in your shaker for a while. See what happens.
Yeah.
It sort of like turns into like Jello and congeals, but that helps slow the digestion down.
Is that
Yeah.
why you see like a lot of like protein jellies and mousses on the market, which might actually benefit from that texture? They use a lot of
Yeah.
casein.
Yep.
Yep.
Soy?
Well, then there's also milk protein concentrate, which is like the newer generation of proteins, which don't just use whey as a starting point. They use milk.
Milk.
And
Milk.
they concentrate, both the caseins and the wheys into a
The
concentrate.
code's in the way.
Yeah, pretty much.
For little Miss
So,
Muffet.
yeah, we do use that in some products, like our snacking products. Yeah.
So why are some other brands using collagen in their protein water? Like what's the advantage there?
Well, for protein waters, it does dissolve nice and clear.
Right.
Number one, like
Cheap.
No.
well, collagen's quite expensive, to be honest. But WPI is obviously much more expensive and a superior ingredient to that.
Yeah. So everyone giving a shit about the pricing on our WPI. It's bloody expensive.
Yeah,
So
it's good quality.
Piss off.
Yeah.
It's so worth
Yeah, it is.
And it's like 36 serves as well.
Yeah, look, and so look, our protein water is good. It is hard to actually make a protein water when you're using like whey as a base.
It took a while. Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes a long time to develop, but it's actually a really good protein water product.
100%.
But yeah, it is without sort of tooting our own trumpet, it probably is the best quality protein water on the market.
It's too late for that. This is already just an extended infomercial.
But I reckon like a WPI, I think is best used after training or around training time because of it does digest faster than other proteins.
Yeah.
That 45-second anabolic window closes awfully quick.
after my gym sessions, I'm still loyal to my 100% whey, but once a week I play soccer.
You don't use the isolate after training now?
No, I'm a creature of habits. I like a bit of a gut full, So
Right.
the milky stuff kind of fills you up a bit more. But after soccer, WPI is the best thing you can possibly have. After you've been running and sweating.
Well, you feel like something a bit more refreshing.
Exactly. When you're after that refreshing hit, that clear WPI is really good.
Yeah, agreed. Same.
Yeah.
So I said for basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of different proteins out there. Tough for consumers to sort of pick which one's right for them. But if you're after like a good all-rounder, the 100% ways to go. But if you're after a more specialized, highly like unique style protein that is super high quality, the WPI is the way to go.
Slightly off topic, but can you talk to the difference between supplementing with protein powders compared to BCAAs? Because I've just heard anecdotally that supplementing with BCAAs is really only necessary if you're not consuming enough protein in general. Can you speak to that?
That's that's been studied, and that's kind of correct. That if your total daily protein intake's sufficient, BCAAs aren't going to have a huge effect. But for most athletes, hitting your total daily protein intake, which is 2 grams per kilogram body weight of protein per day. So for you, who weighs 100 kilos, I'm guessing.
Spot on.
Do you get at 200 grams of protein a day?
You
don't.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You don't.
I've seen you eat. So
Yeah, I see. You're definitely not.
Yeah.
You need to up it.
Every time you laugh at me eating tuna and rice, it's I'm doing something for
I'm
a
not
reason.
laughing at you. I'm yelling at you. It sounds like shit. Get out of
But hitting 200 grams of protein a day is not that easy at the end of the day.
We're thankfully still not on the sardine train.
Yeah.
They went through a phase of bringing in.
Don't worry, my work from home days, the sardines are coming out.
So we never see your missus in your Zoom background.
Look, it is hard to get, like for you, it is hard to get a couple 100 grams of protein a day. So you do have to top up with these shakes. So shake choice becomes important.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious about supplementing BCAAs on top.
Yeah, well, back to the question. If your total dietary protein intake isn't good, isn't where it needs to be, BCAAs can have an effect there. And the good thing about BCAAs is that they're not a lot of calories. Often when you're having protein, protein is 4 calories per gram, and often it's accompanied by other fats and sugars. BCAAs is probably the most stripped down version of this. If you think of hydrolyzed whey protein isolate, that's all amino acids in whey broken down into specific amino acids.
But that's all the essential amino acids, correct?
Well, that's hydrolyzed whey has all of them.
Yep.
BCA, our intra-workout and BCAAs, it has 9 of the essential amino acids.
That's EAAs, all your essentials. Yeah, okay. So beyond just your branch chain ones.
Yep.
The BCAAs are 3 of those 9 essential amino acids.
Is that leucine,
isoleucine, and valine?
Yeah.
You just kind of took the fun out of me guessing.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
you
knew you were
wrong.
getting it wrong, so I jumped in and saved you.
Leucine. What's the difference between leucine and isoleucine?
The chemical structure is different.
No, they're completely different things.
Well,
more or less.
Well, they're still amino acids, but
they're
have different
related.
chemical.
Even valine is actually similar to them. But anyway.
But your protein powder has all those amino acids in it. So if you're getting enough protein, like Darren said, or enough protein powder, you might not need to use BCAAs. I wouldn't recommend anyone just use BCAAs anyway. Go for an EAA blend, an essential amino blend.
Yeah, essential amino acids mean that they're actually essential. Your body can't produce them, so you need to obtain them from your diet.
Do we have any non-protein supplements that have EAAs and?
Our intra workout currently.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, we have, aminos in quite a lot of our products. Various amino acids, which, we won't get into today because it's probably out of scope, but, different amino acids can actually have different, physiological benefits.
Now we have a fair bit in our pre-workout, like, I think
Yeah, but
citrulline,
nighttime aminos, for example.
Nighttime aminos, Shred Matrix has amino acids in them. Yeah, all for specific different purposes.
How good are amino acids? Can we just
They are
acknowledge
the
that?
foundation of life, mate.
Shout out to amino acids.
If there was no amino acids, nothing would be here.
Amino acids are life. You literally every single functioning cell in your body has amino acids in it.
Nice.
So yes.
Close on that. What's Miyamoto Musashi got to say about WPI?
Well,
Or protein powder or amino acids.
that's actually it's a.
It's always such a reach anyway. Unless have you bookmarked a page already?
No,
Yeah.
I literally just grabbed this off the shelf,
Oh,
and it's
every
actually a pretty good.
Oh.
one.
Amino acids are life.
Yeah. Okay.
the book.
Oh man, this is like too good to be true. Okay.
You always
so-
say that.
The book of 9
All right.
rings, and the
Are you
rings
ready?
represent the essential amino acids.
5 rings.
I know.
Are you ready?
It's changed
Are
to
you ready
9.
for this?
Yeah, go.
When you truly understand the way,
Oh,
you can take any form that you want to. It is so
Shut
that
the
is
fuck
pretty
up.
good. That is
That is such a stretch.
if you understand the way,
Yeah,
you
I
can
know,
take
I
any
know. If you
form
spell-
that you
yeah,
want
yeah.
to. Right? That is like pretty good. It is okay. Let's continue. It is almost as if you had developed miraculous powers. You can become as light as a feather, as fluid as water, or as stiff as a board, regardless of the form that you take.
As lactose free as
So-
protein water.
Man, that
God.
is some
So-
top-notch stuff by Miyamoto Musashi. But basically,
you know
mate, he always delivers.
He always delivers.
Your Mayomati.
Mayomati?
Mayomati was his brother.
Musashi
Hey, it's
quotes
Mayomati.
remind me of like the generic newspaper horoscope, which is they always apply to fucking everything. It's like today you will drink
So broad.
Today you will drink water, inhale oxygen, and speak the language you were born
Yeah.
or raised to speak. It's like, dude, how
Wow.
are you?
Somebody's
surprised it
Mercury is
applies
in
to you?
retrograde today.
I know.
That is such a Gemini thing to say.
On that note, that is the end of the episode. See everyone next time.
Send through any questions you have on, whey protein or the whey.
And check out
Send them to
Musashi
Hal's.
WPI protein water. Don't you dare drop my dare drop my social.
DM Hal, it is.
Musashi out.
Musashi